everybody, and welcome back to another session of Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations with Chaos Counseling. Woo! Let us do a thing without two of our children. Or I guess it's our mom. We're the children.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious about your company, Tenderlander.
It's the warm and friendly atmosphere you'd expect from a family-sized business. A conscientious rate of interest and an attractive repayment policy.
Why do I get the feeling this sentence is not going to end well?
We will tenderly lend you that little bit extra here at Tenderlander. Hey, Nick. Things are a bit tight for Wright & Co. at the moment, aren't they? I mean, there's that $500 you owe me from our card game for starters. Why don't you take out a loan?
Would I like to take out a loan from a place like this? Not so much.
Tenderlander is on your side.
So, let's say I'm late with my repayment. What happens then?
We'd give you more coffee. Strong coffee.
Right. I think I'd rather skip town.
Hey, just remember, I can make strong coffee too, Nick. Strong tea as well. I think she missed the point.
Oh.
So, do you know about the incident we're investigating?
What incident? Well, a man was poisoned in a restaurant just near here. That incident. Let me see. I was here that day with the manager.
The manager being the tiger?
Furio Tigre. Furio?
Tigre? So that's where the tiger thing comes from.
Zinniov's got a real name, Nick! Hurry up and find out more about him! Zinniov!
Zinniov, we know your name. We know where you are.
We know where you live! Hello?
Hello?
Oh, my neighbors, they're leaving.
Oh, are they leaving?
I just heard their door shut.
Oh.
So they're either coming back or they just left. They're like, oh no.
Like, oh. Look
Hey,
at
hi.
the look at the time.
Hey,
it's Friday.
It's like, hey son, you want to go out and do something? Let's go do something.
Can I ask you about the tiger? I mean, Mr. Tigre?
Cookie? Sure. How do you like my cookies? I bake them myself. Go ahead, Nick. The honor is all yours.
No, ladies first, Maya.
Aw.
No matter how I look at this, I just don't get it. What are the tiger and the scary girl working together?
We are lovers.
That's not exactly coming across in your tone of voice.
And I owe Don Tigre my life. He's the one who saved me.
The tiger saved you?
Please, address him properly as Don Tigre. Otherwise, I'll have to...
Okay, Don Tigre, of course. I'm sorry. Saved her life? She'd like to know how that happened.
Wouldn't that be good?
Tell us your secrets.
Yes!
I'm very frail, you see. Just recently I died once. You died? About 4 months ago.
You know, it doesn't surprise me that Don Tigre is a ghost fucker.
I'm trying to like reply a character, and I can't.
I mean, honestly, if getting haunted by a ghost, the ghost I think needs to get out or fuck you. Like, just...
I think you take the fucking option easily.
It's one of those.
The doctor said to abandon all hope. You who enter here. I just gestured to myself. We can't do this without our parents. No. We can't do this. I can't keep doing this.
I guess they're expecting her to take a boat ride across the river Styx.
Yeah. But Don Tigre, he saved me. He gave up everything. Everything? When I found out what he had done for me, I was happy. No offense, but I'm finding that a little hard to believe.
Thank you, Maya.
I decided I'd pay him back with my life by serving him coffee and espresso.
Still wonder what's in her coffee.
There's this magical powder I put in.
Is that why you've got that bandage around your head?
This?
So what's the story with the bandage?
They put it on after the operation. Operation? It's just a little injury. A little fatal injury.
Fatal injury?
Nick, I want to leave.
I want to get out of here, please.
Maya just suffered one herself by the sound of it.
Nick, I'm ready to die. Mia, come get me.
So that's the injury you were talking about before when you said you had died once?
That's okay, you can keep your secrets. We don't need them. Goodbye.
Keep your secrets, woman!
I don't need. She really creeps me out, Nick.
No shit.
No way, Maya!
Same here, but we've got to find out the truth.
I wanna leave.
Okay.
Yay! Nick, I love you. There you go.
January 7, Vitamin Square.
Perfect. I love how you just had to put like that Whimsicott plush to the
Yep.
side. Just like, no. Move, buddy. I gotta be sensual. There he is. Old Steedy's back feeding the pigeons again. Yeah, take this and get out of my park.
Like I thought, he's really mad. Come on, Maya, just keep your head down and let's sneak away while we still can.
What? Why? Hello, old man.
What are you doing, Maya?
Being a nuisance. Hey, he just turned his back on us.
I'm not surprised. I bet I really hurt his pride in court this morning.
Hey, Mr. Kudo.
Pigeon.
Look, we really need to talk to you, all right?
Out with the demons! In with good fortune!
Ow! The cell splitter's painful.
I always knew you were a demon, Maya.
Nick!
Not helping my self-esteem!
Nick grabs some C's too. Let me help! Nick!
I'm sorry about what happened in court earlier today.
Everyone will be talking about me behind my back now.
They're already doing that, sir.
Dirty old man who was so busy looking at the serving girl's backside that he can't remember her face, a filthy, depraved animal.
Not at all.
Are you listening to me, boy? I don't care what you say. I saw that waitress put it in. She put some white powder into the young lad's Javachino.
We hear you.
And another thing, the young layabout was wearing an earpiece on the same side as the lens of his broken spectacles.
We're really sorry.
So I made a little mistake about the face. So what? I know what I saw. I tell you.
Okay, take it easy, please, Mr. Kudo.
Don't tell me to take it easy, you spiky-haired brat. Take this.
You said you were a craftsman, right?
The modern world casts honest craftsmen like me aside in droves.
Same, bruh. Same. Surely it's not that.
I come from a long line of craftsmen, right back to the time of the shoguns. Do you hear me? I didn't become an embroiderer. I was born one.
I was born this way. Actually, I'm kind of in the same situation myself.
I wanted to stick my fingers up that dribbling old judge's nose and scream right down his ear hole, objection!
Oh, so did you want to become a lawyer when you were young?
I don't think that's quite it, Maya. He's just in a bad mood, that's all.
I got a tsunami of frustration inside and it's ready to burst out!
Oh.
Ah!
If we let him start rambling now, we might never shut him up. What should I do?
Oh boy.
Guess I better let him talk. So there's not much call for craftsmen these days, then?
Of course it's not, you idiot! All I'm good for nowadays is running errands.
Errands?
Everyone takes advantage of the elderly. Buy some bread, Gramps. Take the dog for a walk, Granddad. Feed the pigeons, old man. What am I, some sort of two-bit community handyman?
Well...
Buy some bread, now that I can understand. But what's the point of feeding some seedy pigeons? Why don't people say what they mean? Get lost, that's what they're trying to say. Oh yes, I'm just an inconvenience, you see. At home, at that restaurant, I just get in the way, don't I?
I'm sure you don't. Wait a minute, what did he just say? At home and at that restaurant? Hold up. By restaurant, are you talking about Tribulations? Did you get asked to run an errand there too?
Yes, I did. The very day that young brat was poisoned.
What?
What? Kudo!
So on the day of the incident, what were you asked to do?
Glad you asked, boy, because I'll tell you what I was asked to do. All of a sudden, that young lad slumped over the table. The serving girl collapsed. And I broke that vase. It all happened so fast, I was in a bit of a daze, you see. Then the owner shouted over to me.
Excusez-moi, you call the police?
Call them yourself, I should have said back, but I didn't think of it at the time.
So, did you end up calling the police?
Like I said, I was in a bit of a daze.
Did you call them on your cell phone?
Yeah, I don't know. I look like I want no newfangled thingamajigs.
I went out. I love how it's newfangled.
Yeah, newfangled thingamajigs.
Yeah, no.
I went out looking for a payphone, of course.
You went looking for one?
I couldn't find one right away, you know. Wandered around for 5 minutes or so.
5 minutes?
So for 5 minutes after the incident happened,
Yes, sirree. The owner was at Tribulations on his own.
why didn't you mention this in court this morning?
Well, I would have if you'd given me the chance. But you all bullied me out of the courtroom.
Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You have certainly earned your kudos for today.
Eh.
Wait a minute. If that's the case, there's more. I've got more to say. Oh, yes, I remember something else.
Bailiff, escort the witness out of the courtroom.
It's not my fault. You're the ones to blame.
Could have at least told us before we got to court.
Is it really that important that Mr. Kudo is the one who called the police?
What's important is the unaccounted time before the police arrived. The victim was dead, and Maggie was unconscious, which leaves that man, alone in the restaurant.
Why did they keep doing that?
I don't know!
Mr. Kudo might have been chased out of the place on purpose.
What do you mean?
Maybe a certain someone didn't want him in the restaurant.
Oh, sure. You go ahead and say I was in the way as usual. I suppose I should have been getting myself covered in pigeon poop instead.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh.
We need to get more details about what exactly happened. From Maggie and from Mr. Armstrong.
Thought for a second he's like, someone finally told it to my face.
You're being honest.
You're a good son.
I'm adopting you.
One added step.
January 7, Tribulations Kitchen.
Kitchen.
Like a summoning ritual. Looks like Mr. Armstrong's out again.
Wait, I'm sorry, remind me, was the whole fiasco... Yeah, the whole fiasco was sisters therapy.
Yeah. Our return to the 20-minute laugh fest.
Yeah, okay, just had to make sure.
But the place is open for business. You can't have an open restaurant without a chef.
Hey, it's not my fault, Nick. Don't take it out on me.
Only a couple of minutes after the incident happened, Mr. Kudo left the scene, leaving Mr. Armstrong here alone.
Missing when we need to talk to him the most.
Maybe he's trying to avoid us on purpose?
Interesting. Armstrong, where are you?
Where'd you go, boy?
My good old friendo, putty old ballow, chum wiser friend.
Keep digging that grave.
January 7, Detention Center, Visitors Room.
That freaking added, like, just lifting and placing this giant ass whimsicott. Oh, Mr. Wright! Yes.
Sorry.
No, good. I was gonna say take it.
Hello, Maggie. So they finished questioning you?
Wasn't it just unbelievable in court today, sir? I'm going to stay up all night and blog about everything that happened.
They allow you onto a blog?
Weren't you scared? It was pretty touch and go in there.
Yeah, but you totally nailed that old man.
No. Well, he was all over the place with his testimony.
We had to nail it down somewhere.
He's not the only one.
Oh.
Huh? What do you mean?
Everyone else's testimony didn't match up either. Not with what I remember of the incident, anyway.
Is it possible she's the one misremembering things?
No!
I'm not the only one who can what's her name? Oh my gosh. Violetta's not the only one who could read minds.
Oh.
All women in this game can.
Everyone.
Maggie, you know how you said everyone else provided testimony that didn't match up with what you remembered?
Yep. There are just so many things that don't seem to add up. The biggest contradiction is the other guy I saw at the victim's table. He was the one who slipped something into the victim's coffee. I'm sure it was him.
But didn't Mr. Kudo testify earlier today that it was the waitress who put some white powder into the coffee cup?
So you really think it was this disappearing man that did it?
Well, he's not the only thing that disappeared. The CD vanished as well. You know, the CD with the writing on it.
Oh yeah, the MC Screwdriver album, right?
It was MC Bomber, Maya. The name was scrawled on the sports paper as well.
Oh.
They never did find that CD at the crime scene, sir.
Or the victim's medication. That's gone missing too.
Oh, my head. This is getting way too complicated for me. Mia, you take a turn.
No.
Mia!
You said that you passed out when the victim, Glenelle, collapsed, right?
Yes. It's so embarrassing. I mean, I used to be a cop. When I came to, the restaurant was buzzing with police. And before I knew what was going on, they arrested me, sir.
So between the time the victim collapsed and the time the police arrived on the scene, you have no idea what went on at 3 p.m.?
No idea at all. Why? Is that important, Mr. Wright?
The other witness, the old man from the park, was pretty much chased out of the picture.
Chased out of the picture? What do you mean?
Old CD wasn't inside the restaurant because he was told to go call the police.
Exactly. And you, Maggie, were unconscious. That means Mr. Armstrong was alone in the restaurant for a brief period of time.
No. You don't think Mr. Armstrong set me up, do you?
When you consider the facts, it's hard to imagine that Mr. Armstrong isn't involved in this at all.
Ugh. It's like the master biting the paw of the dog that feeds it. Are you sure about this, Mr. Wright?
Well, the old man said as much when we spoke with him earlier.
I don't know. The things that man says don't add up for some reason, sir.
Maggie looks like she's trying to figure something out.
We'd better find out exactly what happened to the old man on that day.
That is an episode.
We will see you guys next time.
Next time.
Now I have to call Luke because he lost a call or something. I guess.